Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a big day because final nominations are due for the North American Championships that I'm going to here in August. So I just went ahead and pulled up these nominations. Let's take a look and I'll kind of share my thoughts as far as how I'm feeling now that final nominations are in. The first thing that I'll say is this is the deepest North American Championships that I have seen since I've been lifting, for sure. And that really has me excited. Looking here, you know, you've got Bryce Krawczyk, Mike T, of course, in there. We have Cadel Godoy, who, I'll be honest, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but I'm not super familiar with him. And of course, we've got Luciano De Lorenzi, who I'm personally friends with through Instagram, and he's the defending champion of the North American Championships. So all of those guys are super formidable lifters. All of them having been to the World Championships, competed there. Bryce has the world record deadlift for the class. Mike T needs no introduction. He has World Games gold medals under his belt, and also World Championships under his belt as well. So it's super motivating for me to see these lifters and be fortunate enough just to get to share the platform with them, let alone get to go in rank first. Now, the first thing that I'll say is rankings, preliminary nominations mean nothing. And especially whenever you're all this close and it's going to be this deep of a class, it's going to take a darn good day from any of us to win. So that's certainly motivating for my training moving forward. And I actually decided to voice over my bench training for this video on purpose because, in my opinion, I think bench is going to be very key in going and taking home the win in this battle. Because, you know, obviously Bryce and Mike both have huge deadlifts, right? And I plan to bring a big deadlift to this meet, but chances are they're going to be pulling after me. So a big part of this competition is going to be how much ground can I make up with my squat and my bench, especially. And bench has been something that's been lagging me for, at this point, over a year. And it really made nationals closer than it should have been because bench left me behind. So that's going to be a focus on training. Obviously, I'm focusing on all three, and all three are feeling really good right now. But as you can see from this bench training, we're working up to some doubles at 8. I hit 435 for 4 sets, and then 440 for 1 set of doubles, which this has been probably the most confident that I've been in my shoulder and my bench since I injured my shoulder this time last year. So it's really nice to be in this position. I do want to say something about like mindsets going into big meets. I am not paying attention to their training at all, right? I've been trying my best to, especially closer to meets, I treat it like I'm a producer on social media, but I'm not a consumer. And I try and stay off of the scroll page because honestly, I know all of those guys that I listed in the introduction, their training's going to be going great, right? I don't need to see their training. I don't really want any comparison in my head because if anything, that can throw a lifter off, I think. So I'm going to try and be diligent to share my training process with you all. One thing you might notice is as we get closer to the competition, you might be seeing less and less deadlift sessions because, in my opinion and my coach's opinion, need to keep that under our belt, or whatever you want to call it, as a bit of a secret for game day. Now, there will be a bit of a difficulty, or at least it'll be fun, because Mike Tuchir, he's on Team USA as well. So there's going to be two very good USA lifters vying for podium positions on that day. And I 100% trust the USA coaching staff to handle us however it needs to be done, right? So I'm really focused on controlling what I can control. And if there's something that I can convey to you all, it's probably taking the same approach to your own competitions. I have worried about my competition in the past, and honestly, it's done nothing but be a detriment. And that's where the experience comes in. Just leave that stuff to your coaches. Focus on your own training, because occasionally if you see somebody hitting a big weight and you start having that comparison complex, then it may interfere with your own training or make you go for numbers that you otherwise shouldn't be going for. And those things stack up over time. So I plan to just run my own race and hit the numbers that I can hit. And I truly believe there's a big total for the taking, at least for me, with how training's going. 8 weeks is a long time. So, I'm doing everything right. We started the Renaissance periodization dieting app this week. So far, the amount of carbs it's having me take in, 500 plus carbs a training day, is a lot. And I'm excited for the big squat session and deadlift session that we have planned at the end of the week. I've got PR doubles for multiple sets and a PR set of 5 for 4 sets of 5 on deadlift this week as well. So just to kind of wrap it up, this is the deepest North American Championships I've ever seen in my lifting career, and I am excited for that, right? Just to get to share the platform with these guys and kind of have fun. Ray Williams is going to be there on the team as well. So super excited, super motivated, and school ended today. So what a better way to start the summer than with some momentum looking at the final nominations. So with that said, I hope you all are doing well. Thanks for swinging by. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment. Let me know who's your money on the nominations. What do you think? What's your approach to competition as well? And until next time, happy lifting.